What's up, guys? It's Xylanian, and today we are going to talk about the Wave and Nat drama going on. You may ask, who is Nat? I hope I'm saying the name correct, my bad. I'm cis and I can have problems saying stuff like that. But he's an animator. He makes drawings and animates them and all. And then there's Wave, a 14-year-old that has an OC of the Sonic universe. But Xylanian, what's the drama about? That's why you're watching this anyway. The drama is about Wave impersonating people. Now I shall show you some screenshots I have made. Wave does like a little sign off by making a little line and 2 emojis usually. And here's the problem. He had started to impersonate people using that little line and 2 emojis at the end. And Nat called it out. And Wave responded with, "Oh yeah, Nat, I did that because I noticed you had hit me from my channel without warning, and I was sad how you hit me. Just because you were hidden from the channel does not mean you should impersonate the person." And I noticed he said my channel. That is not your channel, buddy. But let's keep it friendly. I impersonated Nat and told Little or Blue, or if that's the name of the person, that if we dated her OC, if she collabed with Nat. Also, I didn't know Blue was Ararak in the first place. That's one of the weirdest things you can say. I'm sorry. Why are you impersonating Nat and then going over to Blue and saying, "Hey, if we collab, can I date your OC?" It's kind of just, how do I say? That's very creepy to say, you know? Then the second question was, I was curious if strawberries, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, will stop matching with your 2 PFPs from Frown's first long video. The third question was complimenting Sugar Cookie's PFP and her display name. Also in your description, some people call you Nat, so that's why I did it. And the last one is, this time it was it me? This time it was me. I was curious if Nat would allow managing channels, if Nat would allow me autism would allow ADHD, oh my god, sometimes blindly trust of some of their subs and give them managing permissions on their channels and possibly get their shit hacked. But I've never seen that happen on someone's channel. Here's an example of someone allowing invites to their channel as a manager. And he also said he wouldn't impersonate anyone. And again, as you can see, that didn't happen. But yeah. So Nat said he was going to make an expose video and Wave started crying. Let's just say that. He doesn't want to lose Nat. He doesn't want to be exposed on the video. He wants to put everything back. And then there was a thread towards Wave that was sent on many Straw pages. I do not own Straw page. Also, I don't own Straw page, so don't mind me. But yeah, I'm not sure why you will say that. People think it's Wave himself trying to get attention. But how am I associated with Wave and all of this drama? I'll tell you in a second. I sadly don't have any screenshots of this part, but yeah. So, Wave somehow got onto my channel, saying he likes how I called him a goober, which was creepy alone for myself, because I don't like that. Kinda creepy. I don't know you, but yeah. And then he asked me if I do drawing requests, and I said yeah. And he asked me to draw his OC Wave. But before I drew him, I wanted to ask Nat, because I had a feeling this was the person he was talking about, because I wasn't really I was really new to the community, so yeah. And turns out it was him, so I didn't draw him. It was pretty weird because, yeah, he just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. And Nat said he should leave the community alone, which he did not. And
I know,
I'm not saying Wave is watching this because Nat will tag him in the video. I'm not sure what else going on. Stay away from my community. You have done
People have
so
said
you have done many. That's horrible. Many. I do not want you near my community. I did unblock you to see if you wanted to say something. But I'm saying this again. Leave my community alone. Alright. Now I have scolded him. Anyway. So now I'm going to continue out with other stuff I have seen and have learned about Wave. Someone said he said racial stuff, and he actually has so many fans that are just going to these people, threatening them for being quote unquote rude to him. Which I cannot understand, because yeah, and there is an exposed video on Wave. There is already one. But I'm making this video so that my fans are protected and other people that are watching here as well. How about we go to Found's side? So this user Found, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, got attacked by one of Wave's moods or minion or whatever you can call it, that said if they mess with Wave, they mess with them. I find that pretty childish, because what do you mean? Yeah, I guess some fans can be very obsessive and everything else and Sims, but come on, you really gotta do that only because this person was quote unquote mean or rude to him. But yeah, I did see they said Wave should go F themselves. But come on. Why? I don't get it. And I better not see any of y'all fans of him in my comments. I'm saying my opinion. I'm not being rude. I'm not saying anything. I'm just showing y'all what I have of evidence. Wave keeps saying he is impersonating people, but it's pretty obvious by how he signs it off and the two emojis. What's more interesting is he's again saying he's not impersonating, but read this again. Also, I don't say hey. I feel like I'm dreaming. Did you not see that you said hey? I'm not trying to be rude, but plus these grammar mistakes you're making for a 14-year-old is kinda crazy, you know? Even I have better grammar, and I'm not even English. I'm German, or Swiss German, better. But it's kinda embarrassing, you know? You say you're 14-year-old, and you say this and that, and I'm sorry, I forgot to show you all this, but there's a video he made of Nat. I'ma show you all.
Wally, could you cut my toenails for me? I'm sick. Not like that. You know how I like it. Yes. Yes. Nibble it. Nibble them. Yes. Yes.
And then you wonder why Nat hit you from his channel, my bad. if you're posting stuff like that about him, no wonder. Like, if you did something like that to me, of course I wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? I find it very creepy that you did that. Because, why? I'm concerned for you because there's a digital footprint. Your content seems pretty normal because I did check it. But because of the whole stuff about the impersonating and everything and that video, I'm not so sure how your digital footprint will be looking like. It's just complicated then, because it is visible that you are still a little kid. You're a teenager, my bad. I'm having trouble. But you're a teenager. You may have a job, you may not. And that digital footprint is following you forever. That short will be in the internet forever. You do know that, right? But that's my opinion. You do you. It's not my problem about what's gonna happen to you in the future. But this is basically what happened and my opinion on the drama. And I am not coming in this, but I find it kinda embarrassing that Wave did that and everything else. But hey, you guys do you. I'm staying out of the drama. And again, I won't say it. I will say, please, Wave, leave my channel and my community alone, and Nate's friends alone as well. He has already said you should leave his community and friends alone, and you did not. I'm sorry that you got threatened, but please stop this. I know you're saying you did. I'm not sure if you did, but there's so much stuff going around with you that there needs to be a video. But yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. It's pretty long this time, but this is kind of my opinion that I had of this drama. And I'm not attacking anyone in this video, and you guys should not attack anyone else in this video as well, because at the end we're all humans. But yeah, well, Selenian is out. Have a fun day, night or evening.